this weekend. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. Tammie Sutherland, Sid Sixero, Devo Brown here with you. As some people would do when you go to the Barbie film, you dress up a little bit, and it's become a thing. Like the marketing with it and everything has been that. So you see a lot of people wearing pink when they go, and anyone you see on the streets walking down, you're like, bet you went to Barbie. Bet you went to Barbie. Well, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his son Xavier went to Barbie, and they wore pink. And then he says, we're Team Barbie. That's the post. That post got a little bit of hatred online. Some people pounced on the opportunity attack. Piers Morgan tweeting, so glad I'm not Canadian.
Really?
Good.
Based
well,
on
good.
that.
Really?
Yeah. We're also kind of
We're
glad.
also glad, Piers.
Yeah, we'll stretch our legs on that in a second.
Thoughts on, first up, Sid, the photo of Justin and his son, and that post being the first one after we kind of heard the news about him and Sophie Gregoire separating.
Yeah, let's promise we'll get to Piers. The post, though, the only thing I found kind of odd about it was less than a week ago where the Prime Minister's asking for privacy. Specifically with the kids, right? Like separation's not an easy thing. I completely understand that. I just found it odd that you would put your 15-year-old, young adult, but 15-year-old, very front and center like that, and open to a ton of trolls. That's the only part of this I found odd. The House of Commons rose for the summer a while ago, okay? He can go see a movie. I don't quite understand. Look, is he smiling a little too aggressively for me? Yes. But there's nothing wrong with this. He's going to see a movie. And by the way, I got news for you. There's no politician working in Ottawa right now. No one is trying to help the economy right now. No one is trying to help the housing crisis right now. Find me a politician who is. Half of them were in Caribana over the weekend. No one's doing any actual work. So if he wants to go see a movie, like one of those popular, not just of the year, but of all time. Yeah. I understand there are people who just want to pounce on everything, and I have been critical in the past, this Prime Minister as well, obviously. But I think the uproar on that was stupid. I'm trying to think of another word for it, Tam. I can't. It was stupid.
It was expected as well because he can't post anything without people and trolls just pouncing on it for sure. And in that respect, when you look at a lot of the comments, there are even homophobic comments that are included there. Because they're wearing pink and went to see the Barbie movie? Like, is this 2023? Are we really doing this on the internet right now? Let anyone wear what they want, do what they want. Like you said, you were getting dressed for a movie that a lot of people are going to with this theme. And, Barbie is in the headlines. It made $1 billion, right? So I just think that no matter what, he could post a picture of himself sitting in the House of Commons, being the only one sitting there doing the work, and he'd be pounded. It does not matter. It doesn't matter what he does.
When people post things now, it's like, oh, well, you're doing it for the likes. You're doing it for the likes. I think people comment now for the likes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, like, a Piers Morgan response to that is just to fuel up more trolls. And most times people are like, oh, I want to do this. I want to get some likes on my picture or with my story or whatever it is. Nah, people are doing it now to see if they get the most likes on their comment by just being a jerk. Straight up. Like, that's what we're seeing, right? So the trolls just keep coming out more and more. Piers Morgan, though.
Look, I don't want to give too much air to a lot of the trolls. Some of the, it was kind of predictable what you saw. The comment, what was the exact phrasing again? I'm glad I'm not Canadian.
So glad I'm not Canadian.
So glad I'm not Canadian. Look. We're allies here, okay? Last time I checked, Britain and Canada were still allies, and I take offense to that. Like, in no world would I say, thank God I'm not British, despite the fact Britain has the highest inflation out of any G7 nation. Despite the fact they change prime ministers in Britain the way most people change pants, and there's zero political stability in that country, which also hurts the economy. Despite the fact since Brexit, their GDP's fallen 5%. People had to look up what Brexit was the day after the vote in Britain. Look, I'm not making this up. It was the most popular search in Britain after the Brexit vote. But you're not going to, we all can take a look in the mirror, but you're not going to hear me say, thank God I'm not British. That's such a low blow. Like, what, over going to a movie? Over going to a movie. Find another reason for that. You know what? Thank God I'm not an Arsenal fan, which Piers Morgan is. Did you see what those idiots did over the weekend? The dumbest fan base on earth are Arsenal fans. There's something called the Community Shield in Britain. It's an exhibition game to kick off the soccer season. It means nothing. Arsenal won over the weekend. They celebrated like they won the World Cup. Thank God I'm not an Arsenal fan. And you know what? Thank God I saw Barbie. I enjoyed Barbie.
Yeah.
I had a good time with Barbie. It's a smart movie. It's a movie with a good message. A lot of people are going to see it. And you know what? Go with your family. If you want to go see Barbie with your family and post a picture, go ahead.
Yes.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Have fun.
And wear pink while you're at it.
And wear pink.
Wear pink.
And wear pink.
I did.
Do whatever you want.
I did.
Arsenal fans.
I saw Barbie for like the first 40-ish minutes.
Then you nap.
Yeah,
Night,
I fell
night.
asleep. Not because it was boring, but I went to a matinee after work. It's dumb
Bad
on me.
idea.
That's why.
I'm
He'll tell
going
you
to
the
be
tips.
contributing to this extra $1 billion because I'm going to go again.
Yeah, I'm going to break down those numbers and kind of where it ranks and all that in entertainment
Yeah.
after 9 because it's big. It passed $1 billion over the weekend. You got 400
Monster.
domestically, 500 internationally, and where it ranks in Warner Brother Films, it's 5th right now.
Wow.
It's been 3 weeks.
Wow.
I'll tell you the other 4 ahead of them and the ones that'll be passing in entertainment coming up.